Have you been wanting to create an invoice that summarizes all of the different products or services, say labor and repairs, as a summary line item, one item with both of them, so the customer doesn't necessarily see the detail, the markup, or the extra billing that you might need to do, and you just want a clean, easy to read invoice? Then you are in the right place. If we've never met before, hi, I'm Candus Kampfer. I love to help business owners and bookkeepers create confidence with QuickBooks. And today we are talking desktop. So if you're looking for the online video, go up above or down below. I will link it for you. So come look over my shoulder. We are going to look into QuickBooks. I want to show exactly how this works. Grab your pen and paper. Let's go. So when you're in here, you'll notice that there is this summary. This is what we call groups. That's the feature that I'm teaching you today. And you can add whatever you want within the group. So in this example, we added labor and we added materials and a detail about what it's for. So you'll notice that when we come up here to preview the invoice, what the customer is going to experience, it summarizes it to just the total. It doesn't have each of the lines broke out. Now, this tip actually came from one of our Confidence with QuickBooks members, alumni. They said, hey, Candus, how do I not have to give my customer all the detail, but still give them the total, but also still be tracking that amount inside of QuickBooks? So you'll notice that's exactly what it's doing. You'll be able to get reports with the details for each line item. The customer just doesn't have to experience that. Now you can choose to show it or you can choose to take it off, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So we're going to go over here to lists, item list, and to be able to use this group feature, you already need to have different products and services in here that you've already built by coming down here to new and creating new ones here. Let me get my face out of the way so you can see it easier. All right, so you create new. You'll go in and you'll create all of your different services, the things that you need. They should already be built for you to use this functionality. What we're going to create is a group. And you'll notice that you choose a name for your group. So you could call it plumbing repair, if that's what you want. You can add the details here. Plumbing repair, and you could say labor and materials included. So depending on state, sometimes you want to summarize it so that the customer doesn't see it. Maybe for sales tax purposes, maybe because you did markup, it just depends. Maybe you just want a clean invoice. Totally up to you. The thing to know is if you click this little check mark, it'll print each of the items in the group on the invoice. If you check it off, they'll still be on the invoice, but it won't print them. In other words, the customer won't see them. So then in here, you can choose to put in labor and you can choose to put in materials. And then over here, you're just adding the quantity. You'll notice there's not a dollar amount that you're putting in these because you're choosing items that you've already created when you're coming in here under list. Okay, so they've already been built. So you can put here 1 and 1, and then you can click OK. All right, and then you'll see the one that we created right there. Now, when you go to actually bill your invoice, which is what we were doing earlier, let's go ahead and I'll just delete the group. Go up to, let's do it this way. That's a member. Do you want to delete the whole thing? Okay, so then we start over. So you come in, you create an invoice, you have your customer's name that you're picking. Now you're going to choose the group. So we called it plumbing repair. It's a group and it has the details over here. So when we click on it, it will automatically be there. Now, if you want to add additional things, you can to the bottom. You typically aren't going to add on the top line. You can add on the individual lines. Just know that the one line that the customer is going to see is this very bottom line. Okay. So you come in here and you could say, I need 3 hours. The rate, remember these rated hours are coming from the individual items that you originally set up under your item list that you put into the group. You can edit the group and you can change it at any time. It's just letting me know that the billing rate I was adding had changed. You can choose to make them taxable, non-taxable items, depending on what you need. Okay. So maybe this is taxable, maybe it's non-taxable, and you total it. Now, when you want to actually send it to your customer, this is what they're going to see, the actual total. If you check mark that box, it will individualize them. So why would you want to use a group? That's a great question. One, you're going to want to use a group if the widget that you sell, the products or service that you sell, take in different items together and you want to make it easy when you do your accounting, you can use the group to automatically pick the number of those different products or services that you're using, the different items that you need from inventory to be able to sell that. Or maybe you offer bundle packages for your products. Service. Maybe you're a salon and you say they come in for this group package. It's one of these, it's one of those, but you want to break down what you're offering even though it's a group. So that's the different ways you can use the function of group. What I'm teaching you, and what she loved, our Commerce QuickBooks student loved, is she said, I now don't have to give this all the details to the customer. How did I not know this? So now you do. If this is a new thing that you didn't know before, let me know in the comments. Was it an aha? How are you going to use it? Are you excited to try it out? Now, something I want to give you is, if this is something you want to test, but you don't want to affect your actual QuickBooks file, you can always use what's called a sample file. I've done a video on that before, where you can go in, and whether you sometimes use online or you use desktop, you can go in and create an example where you can make tweaks and changes. So I'll link that up above and down below. You can check that out as well, okay? If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Please, I appreciate it. It helps us reach more people. And if you'd like to get these tips and tricks straight to your inbox, because we send them out in email form, you can also go to the link here and put your information in. We'll send it to you. And if you're thinking, you'd love to learn more about how to create confidence with QuickBooks, check out our Customizing QuickBooks workshop. I can't wait to see you inside my next tip and trick. Thank you so much for being part of my community. And don't forget to leave a comment. I can't wait to see what you thought of this video. Talk to you soon. Bye.